What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to these NFL season predictions. Here today with the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Ravens last year, one of the greatest rushing offenses of all time, maybe the greatest of all time, but they underperformed in the playoffs. Got blown out by Tennessee at Baltimore in M&T Bank Stadium, and they are really looking to rebound in 2020. How do I think that they will do? Week 1. Versus the Cleveland Browns, are hosting them. I think you should win this game. Don't know if you'll have fans, but I think you should be able to get a close win. I know they beat you last year in Baltimore. I think you'll kind of get your revenge. Week 2, at Houston, it's going to come down to the quarterback play. I'm going to give it to the Ravens. I take the Ravens run game over the Texans. Ravens and Texans receivers about the same. I think it's going to come down to quarterback play. I think Lamar Jackson will be able to edge out Deshaun Watson. Week 3, I think Lamar could finally get his first win versus Mahomes. On Monday night in Baltimore, they should be able to win this game at home. Week 4, we don't got to talk about this. They'll probably blow the football team out. Week 5, we don't got to talk about this either. They'll probably handle the Bengals pretty good. Week 6, I'm going to give the Eagles a win here. Reason being, when you do look at the Eagles, you look at a team, for me, that I think will have a lot of up and down games this year. I think will definitely look like, oh, they'll be contenders at times. Oh, they aren't contenders at times. I think this will be a big game that the Eagles will win versus Baltimore. But week 7, I think you rebound versus the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Week 17, if you blew them out, now I know it was late in the year, but the Steelers still had a shot for the playoffs. And you blew them out, you should be able to beat them. Although I do know that Pittsburgh was kind of injured. Week 9, you go to Indianapolis to play the Colts. I'm going to give the Colts a win here. If it was in Baltimore, I'd give the Ravens a win. But the Colts have really improved. They've really beefed up that offense. They've really maintained a pretty underrated defense. And I do think that they will be able to outscore Lamar Jackson. And we'll kind of try to use an advantage that, the the Titans used. But actually we'll try to do it through passing. Week 10. At New England, I'm going to give them a win there. I think they rebound. I think that it will probably be a little closer, but I still think that with all these guys opting out in New England, I think that they should be able to win the game. Week 11, you host Tennessee. I think you get your revenge there, and I do think that you do win this game. You were beat last year, obviously. We don't have to talk about that. I think that you should get your revenge there. But week 12, Thanksgiving night, I'm going to give the Steelers a win there. The Steelers barely lost to y'all last year in Pittsburgh. I think it'll be another close game that I do think the Steelers could win. Heck, it could go either way. The Steelers could win in Baltimore and y'all could win in Pittsburgh. We don't know how it go. But week 13, I think y'all rebound and y'all will beat the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. Week 14. This is going to be very controversial. I think that the Browns are going to win here. Depending on where the virus is will depend on there are fans or not. I think that if there are fans, I think it'll be a tough time for Baltimore. I do think that Cleveland will win the game. Week 15, we don't got to talk about this. They'll blow Jacksonville out. Week 16, it could be an upset. Giants trying to play spoiler, but I'm going to still give it to the Ravens. And then week 17, I think they'll beat the Bengals. So 12-4. Definitely a little bit of a dip. But I do think is about where they should be. I don't know if Lamar Jackson's going to be able to run on the level that he did. But I do think he'll still be able to produce enough. I think that Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, will take a big step. I think you can maintain a top run game. You maintain a good defense. I think you can go 12-4. Should definitely be enough for the division. Will probably be enough to get top 2 seeds. You'll depend on if you get that 1 seed or not. But that is it. I will see y'all back tomorrow with the final team in this division, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Until then, peace out.